Michael Bale. This is Team A3. The industry that we're going to be analyzing today is the beer industry. To start with some basic introductions, background for the industry. The beer industry has obviously been around for a long time. Currently, the valuation around $114 billion, broken down to three major types, those being domestic, craft, and imported. Domestic are your long-standing traditional names and brands. Craft is newer, smaller, independent, and then imported is obviously brands that are based outside of the United States. We're also going to be looking at the production process a little bit, and the five major parts, that being the inputs associated with it, the brewing and bottling distribution process, and then also the retail sales side of things. But first, I'm going to look at some of the key developments. Again, because beer's been around for so long, I'm trying to focus these developments on recent happenings, what's kind of been changing, again, in the recent years. And there's three major areas that stood out to me, that being emergence of craft beers and seltzers, the creation of microbreweries and local domestics, and also acquisitions and partnerships. Craft beers and seltzers are the new, faster growing kind of area of the beer industry. Seltzers, White Claw 2019, owned by Mark Anthony's brand. Boston Beers, Truly. Each brand has kind of found its own seltzer that they're trying to tap into this new, fast-growing market share. And it's a key part of the industry, and these businesses are really adapting. These different brands are adapting a lot to try to take advantage of this opportunity here. And then also craft beer. Craft beer, like I said a little bit earlier, is generally smaller, independent. I think 25 million barrels per year is the cutoff between something that's considered a smaller, independent, or craft beer versus a large national brand many of us are familiar with. But they're broken down into types that include, lager, IPA, sours, Belgian whites as well. And then this kind of leads into microbreweries as well, and local domestics. There's a lot of familiar names around town here. Fargo's really been a great place to grow and develop it as. But we've seen Fargo Brewing Company, Drecker, Junkyard, and Moorhead, and then also Wisconsin has its New Glarus as well. So we're seeing this a lot in our area, and it's definitely growing throughout the country overall, not just North Dakota itself. And then you can't forget about acquisitions and partnerships. The industry is constantly changing, and businesses are acquiring each other. They're looking at smaller seltzer brands that were focused on that, and they acquired them to be part of their process. An example of this is Anheuser-Busch and Platform. That is where their Bon Viv came from. They acquired them in 2016, and then also Anheuser-Busch and Miller in 2016 as well. Anheuser is one of the largest known beer brands in the United States, so it's common and makes sense for them to be kind of at the center of the acquisition and partnership stage. Next, Brody's going to be talking about the growth in the industry a little